Wait, is this camera angle fine?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
This is great.
I mean, I am in it. It just depends on if I look fat. That's the only question of the
Right.
camera angle. It is working. Oh, that's a great segue. I fucking am. I'm finally gonna get Ozempic.
Whoa.
I got the
Whoa.
word today. I'm gonna pick it up from the pharmacy like this week. I think. Well, it's not Ozempic. It's technically.
We never see you again.
Yeah,
Stop being friends.
dude.
The pod, you're gonna be be doing like an influencer podcast in like 3
Yeah.
I'm gonna
weeks.
be on Talk Tua.
You are gonna be on top.
Dude.
I wish we got that lady on, dude. She's kind of like a hero a little bit.
That's so funny.
That she
She's
got famous and within her 50 minutes of fame was like gonna get arrested for a crypto scam.
so funny.
Which is fine.
I think that's
we
beautiful.
all have to.
I mean, I think you were talking about career trajectories on the Patreon. I think that would be mine.
Yeah.
I think that would be like the Kenyan. If there's like a viral video of me, I don't know, getting kicked out of a 7-Eleven or something.
There's a lot of
can get-
a lot of universes where you end up behind bars. That's just kind of eventually where all roads lead, Ken. And
you
that-
picked one where you prolong your destiny, but
Yeah.
it comes for you, bud.
that's just how it goes sometimes, man. But yeah, dude. That's I imagine the Ozempic is like gonna be a huge it's gonna be great. My
Amazing.
friend she got on it and like it like goes quick, dude.
Dude, I
It's
like fucking
intense.
can't wait. I'm technically taking Zepbound, not Ozempic, because Ozempic's
Yeah.
like $2,000 a month or something,
No,
and my insurance won't cover it. But Zepbound's a little cheaper out of pocket, a lot cheaper out of pocket. So I'm doing that. But it's I was talking to what is it?
Can you go over like what is the science behind it? I'm not really familiar.
I know Ozempic and Wegovy. I think Zepbound works the same way. I think it's a 3-pronged thing. Of one, it literally makes your gut move slower, so you're physically full for longer.
Okay, great.
It also keeps your blood sugar at a constant level. So if you don't eat, you don't have that crash of like, oh, I'm lightheaded, I got to eat. You can
Wow.
kind of like not eat.
Wow.
And then it also does something. This is the part I'm most interested in. Is it does something to your brain with like your dopamine like reward appetite addiction system.
Yeah.
That you just like. I've talked to a lot of people who are on it. Like one of my family members, and they were like, yeah, I'm constantly thinking about food all the time, being like, oh my god, I hope I don't eat this. I shouldn't have eaten that. Blah blah blah. God, I gotta lose weight. And they were like, I took this drug and like that part of my brain is just quiet.
Whoa.
They're like all that noise about food is gone, and they're looking into that it could also treat like alcoholism. There's like research to suggest, or I don't know about research, but there's like the beginnings of things to suggest that it could help treat like nicotine addiction and stuff. So I think they're starting to do all these trials that it helps with whatever like self-control addiction mechanism. It like helps with that too.
Man, in 5 years, there's just whatever like just was destroying people's lives, for the last 100 years. There's just gonna be a pill for that.
It's
there's
fucking crazy.
There's just gonna be a pill for anything that you need. That's
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's what a
cool.
lot of people thought Oxy was. That's Ozempic for your demons. You just get all that gone.
That's so funny, dude.
That's just gonna be the new thing. You're like, yeah, it just shuts all these things I'm worried about.
found
Like
something-
Maddie's trying to lose weight. A lot of people were like, my marriage. I just used to always think about that, my kids, and how I'm never enough. And I thought I'd be further along in life, and now it's just quiet.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
They're like, this drug, there's a drug that fixes whatever's wrong in your life and it kills you. And you're like, oh, I was the problem? The drug that fixes everything kills me?
When are you gonna start it up?
As soon as I'm going to try to pick it up like tomorrow and fucking
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
get
dude.
it going.
Yeah, it's a lot of people are doing it, dude, and it's like for real. It works, dude.
Can
It
you
is just
imagine? Okay, just I'm glad for you. I'm happy,
Mhm.
but can you imagine telling this to someone who's like surviving a famine? You're like, I have to go take a pill to like trick me into not eating all the time.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's like such an American thing to be like,
It
I just
seriously
think about
is.
muffins so much I need medical attention to be like, just tell that to someone like who's like waiting for flour to come off an 8 truck.
Yeah, seriously.
It's-
You're like,
Yeah.
actually, so basically, this is so fucked up, but you're like, I basically inject a little tiny IDF into my body and it blocks the food from going to me.
yeah. That's the convoy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it nukes the demons in your
Yeah, I
head.
couldn't afford Ozempic, so I'm on Netanyahu.
Yeah. And now I'm starving. Alex
Oh,
is
God.
he's politically sitting this out.
No, it's just it is just wild. Like, yeah. You visit kids in Africa and be like, so this diet works. It's like it's a very
yeah.
But
no.
it's interesting though, because like I mean, like third world poverty, people are starving. But in America, I'm not saying I'm part of this. I'm kind of just like, I kind of just am a little lazy and doing an easy thing. But like poverty here, people are generally really overweight because you live in a food desert and all you can afford is McDonald's. Like the fattest people in America usually are like poor people. So I think there is a real like, sorry, not to like kill the riff with like some class
Throw some
consciousness.
facts
Be
in there,
systemic,
But there is some like it actually is cool that like, okay, if you're a poor person that's going to suffer from like heart disease because all you can afford is McDonald's and like, maybe you were abused as a kid.
But you
and
could
cope with
totally
whatever,
afford
it's like,
Ozempic, right? Because it's a very affordable medication.
If they made it affordable,
You're like, no. If all you can afford is McDonald's, well, clearly you have health insurance.
Well,
clearly you have a great health insurance.
That's a good point.
yeah, but also like at the same time too, it's like there is like it is a class thing in a way. Like no poor person's ever looking at their food like, I wonder what the macros are.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
No one's ever being like, well, these carbs help me cry less at my warehouse.
No,
No, that's a very rich person thing to be like, I want to be healthier and hotter to enjoy my fun life. And a poor person thing is like, will this make me less sad for X amount of time?
Yeah. I remember in high school we did this exercise where they were talking about like the invisible rules of class, and one of them was like, with food, do you ask yourself like lower class, middle class, upper class, people will ask you either was it enough, was it good, or how is it like presented? Where it's like, and I was like, oh, I grew up middle class, and people were like, oh, did you like that? Was it good? Not like, was it enough? You know what I mean? Like there's like these levels of like
that makes sense.
what you consider as like, I don't know. But it is interesting. But yeah, but in a few years, if it becomes more affordable and it is like widely whatever, it could be really good for. But yeah, I mean, I was shocked that health insurance doesn't cover it. I was like, it's not because I'm not. I like called them and I was like, I had to call my health insurance and be like,
they were like,
hey, I'm fat.
They're
like,
they're like, can you send a selfie?
I was like, can I get Ozempic? And he was like, no, would. You don't need it.
Hundo P would do.
Sorry, Maddie, you're a wood. And
sorry, Maddie, I'd take you home from the bar at 10 p.m., not 2, so you're here.
Yeah.
That's the cutoff.
Unfortunately.
If you're
your BMI is the time.
If you're a 2 a.m.er, you need Ozempic. Yeah, but if you leave that bar after one drink, hey, someone would take you home during dry January. Goddamn it, man.
So funny.
Yeah, I've talked to the other doctors here, and we all would.
We had 100 B. Can we get your professional opinion on that? You're like, smash. There's 10 smashes, 0 passes going on here, Maddie. You're good.
9 out of 10 doctors agree.
Yeah, would. Ozempic's not for you. No. Damn,
but no, I literally had to call them and be like, but I am fat. And they were like, no, we see that.
Yeah,
I was like, my doctor submitted my BMI, and they were like, yeah, but
like, what's the cheaper alternative? They're just like, oh, we have duct tape at the.
You said this on. You say muffins on stage. Is muffins your vice? You think, or do
it's
you,
like sweets?
Or do you have a food? Yeah,
like sweets, chocolate. I have a real hard time.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Is there like at the whatever the grocery or whatever? Is there like a? Is it like Reese's, or is it like cakes, or is it like
Ben & Jerry's was fucking me up for a minute when I first moved to New York and I was really depressed. A pint of Ben & Jerry's at night.
What's that line? The Ben can time me.
Ben can take my mouth and Jerry can fuck me in the ass. I mean that, dog. That shit is so good.
I think you guys would actually.
They can tie me up like a county hog.
Yeah, county hog.
Oh yeah, spit roast me like a county hog.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude!
Because they were like, I was like, I'm being like domed right now. Like I fucking Ben and Jerry's.
I think one of those guys would actually be perfect for you, though.
I could do.
They make killer ice cream. They got good polish. There's thoughtful young men.
And he's like a neurotic older socialist Jew.
Holy shit, dude!
I could do it.
Dude, ice cream can really go. Ice cream is really something.
Ice cream's tough. Peanut M&Ms are tough. You want to see something really
Those
funny?
are the best. Oh no, sorry, I'm peanut butter M&Ms. Apologies.
Ooh, I like those on occasion too. I like those are fun.
Yeah.
But you want to see something really funny and something where I was like, let me submit this to insurance and they'll fucking give me Ozempic.
What did you submit? It's a photo of a bunch of.
This is.
The hell is this?
After Fallon, they give you like the cue card that had your set list on it.
Oh yeah, when can I look?
You can look.
Oh my god.
That's your
Best
set
moment
list.
of my life. Fat Habits, Overeaters Anonymous, Cookies, Muffins, Poor Fat. I was like,
but it's also so Maddie that your demons are adorable. You know what I mean? That the way like you have to drown your sorrows is in like a cute little muffin.
Kenyon said the funniest thing to me. He was like, "Yeah, well, your trauma. What? How did you say it? You were like, well, your trauma is not severe enough. Like
your trauma is objectively not a big deal if ice cream's enough to take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you said it. But yeah, you were like, you're not. Yeah.
Like no one's ever come back from Vietnam and started hitting the rocky road too hard.
No,
Yeah, dude.
that's funny. Yeah,
No
that's
one
It's
was-
exactly
true.
proportional to like.
Yeah,
I
someone was
felt
mean to
weird
me.
for a second.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. What's your big vice? Do you think? Do you have them, or do you feel like pretty under control?
Vice wise, in terms of like we're talking about food, anything, or
Like a
is
thing
it?
that if you're like, oh shit, I had a hard day, or something where you're like, oh, I can't touch the stuff, or just like something that you're like, oh man, this thing is just like the missing puzzle piece of my brain that it just lights everything up.
So the drinking can happen every now and then, but now I just like. Now my sleep it really like alters my sleep. I will say I probably I have a cold brew every day, and I wish I wasn't addicted to coffee as
Dude,
much.
coffee's so hard to kick, and then once you get on it, you're like, dude, you take one day off, and you're like, I feel like shit.
But it's not like a
No.
real vice though.
I don't know if it's a
I
vice.
don't know. That's like
but you
it's
do
like
it-
it's an addict for sure.
It takes like
it's
2 weeks to clear your system.
No, it's but like I don't think like no doctor's like, man, too much coffee is really
You
ruining
had
Yeah, no
your
one's like-
life.
Your
Yeah,
blood
yeah, I
pressure
hear
can
you.
really be affected. It can affect your sleep. It's but I don't think I honestly I think I do a lot of stuff. Probably too much in moderation. Like I'm probably a little too regimented. I used to probably drink a little too much, but now
I would say your vice is like really tall blonde girls with no mind whatsoever.
So I think I think I
Like low IQ blonde chick.
if I were to, dude, one thing that I really I'm actually going to a therapist. I'm starting therapy this week.
Oh, congrats.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. I do have a in an odd way. I developed this in the past couple of years. I've had this really unhealthy. One thing that I'm trying to figure out is I have a really unhealthy relationship with sex lately, in the sense where it's not when it does happen, it often is like pretty like it's pretty whatever laissez. It's pretty non-emotional, I suppose. Also, I don't really do one night stands I can't have like fun with sex anymore. I have to like if I meet someone at a bar, or if I have like some
Wait, so you're going to a therapist to be like, how do I get the dog back?
a se-
I can't have one night stands anymore. Doc,
this
it's
is-
broken.
it's so dude no
The heart is bigger than my cock and it's killing me.
it's not, but it's not that. It's really not. It's like it's. I can't have. I really. There was this girl that I met like that when I did the Dallas Comedy Club.
Mhm.
She was in town,
Yeah.
but we didn't hook up. Like we just had kind of talked for a little bit. I had an early flight. I called it, but then she was like in New York, and there was just this part of me that was like, oh, she probably has like what if she has STDs, like
Oh,
and,
anxiety
and,
around
and you're gonna
sex.
get STDs from this girl that like you
okay.
don't really know, like
Whoa.
is it this happens to me a lot where I go, is it really worth getting STDs from this girl you don't know? So you're better off just like going home. And I've said that like a lot. Like I say that
That
a
feels
lot.
like more of an OCD thing.
I think it's an
I have
OCD.
OCD, and it sounds very similar to like something I've realized because I'm in therapy for a few things, but OCD is one of them, and it's
Yeah.
like and there's stuff that I didn't realize with OCD because you can talk yourself into being like, well, that's a rational fear, and I'm just being reasonable.
It's the problem with
but
Maddie. She's
a lot of
smart,
times-
so she talks herself into the dumbest things.
No,
That's the
dude.
pro- like,
But it
thank God Maddie's not into heroin, because she'd be like, well, actually, the suffering of the world, and it makes sense. It's like, this is a way for me to
I
protest
could rationalize
capitalism.
a lot. Yeah.
No.
But I feel like OCD sometimes it's like you can have an emotion and then build a reason around it.
Sure.
Where it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've had similar things where you're like, oh, I'm scared of STDs, but it's like I'm actually scared of something else, and I'm telling myself that STDs is the reason. Not to put words in your mouth, but like
Yeah.
I just relate to like I don't know. I relate to that.
It's debilitating in the sense where it's just like it really is like, you know, not to be that like I don't know, to look at it in a way where it's like I feel like I am depriving, not depriving, but I'm like, yeah, depriving myself in some sense of like of the word when you talk about like fun casual sex.
Mhm.
That's been really tough for me.
Plus,
lately.
it also sounds like illogical. It doesn't sound like you're like setting a boundary.
Dude,
of
this girl was texting.
Like, oh, I I don't want to catch sex something from somewhere serious. It sounds like a severe anxiety is overtaking your life.
Sure,
which
yeah.
is not, because there will never be like what you're gonna need an STD test from every person you meet or something like that.
No,
Well,
I
that
know.
is
Yeah.
kind of reasonable.
Well,
You're like, have you been tested for
To
STDs?
get out. Look at how strapped.
No,
Listen,
yeah.
listen, we were roommates here. I know how this man lives. That's not how I was doing.
But I do
Yep.
agree that it's like a lot of like mental illness is this self-sabotaging thing where you just like you start to deprive yourself of joy. You know what I mean? You like don't let yourself like have fun or like.
Well, yeah, it starts. Eating
There's something with it, man, where I'm just like this girl was texting me. She's like, "Hey, I just got to town and I didn't text her back for a few hours." I was like, "Oh, great. Where are you?" She's like, "Oh, I'm here." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm in Brooklyn." Like I thought she would be like dissuaded by that. Me being like, "Oh, I'm just in Brooklyn." And she's like, "Oh, I'll just take the train. Like, do you want to hang out?" And I was like, "Oh, you're gonna take the," didn't, and I didn't respond to that for a couple hours. So I was like, "Oh, I don't know if we should hang out." And I was like, "Oh, I don't really feel like going out." And she's like, "I'll just come over. We'll watch a movie." And I was like,
couldn't be more in the bag.
"Okay, all right." And
God.
I was just like, watching a movie. I was like, "Aren't you kind of far?" She's like, "Oh, yeah, but it's been a few hours, but I'll Uber there." And I was just like, "Okay, now she like really wants to go over." And honestly, man, she was really cute. A younger me absolutely would have hooked up with her. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know.
You gotta get the OCD.
It's
OCD.
dude, there's the
chaining up
the
your dog.
pregnancy stuff is like really fucking.
That makes sense.
Really fucking nerves me out.
Yeah.
And the STD stuff like really nerves me out. It's really, I don't know. It's
There's
just
a
like,
fear that something could go wrong.
yeah, it's the 1% chance of something going wrong, and it's really, really.
Did anything
fucking
like
with me.
start this? You think? Did you have like a run in, like a fear, like a run in with STDs or pregnancy?
It was
that off?
I don't know. We were roommates yet, but I gave myself a like red spot on my dick from jerking off too hard. And I had just slept with someone
thank God we weren't roommates.
I just slept with someone a few days earlier. So I saw this like red dot one day, and I was just like,
my God, it's over.
It's all gone. It's all over. And
call your mom now.
All that shit happened.
It's like an athlete like tearing their ACL.
Yeah, I was like, it's over. Put the jersey in the rafters. But I really was. So then it was a long weekend. It was like Memorial Day or Labor Day or one of those. And I had to wait like 3 days for the results. I was just
that's
you can't even jerk off to get through the anxiety.
Exactly. And you want to talk about like chiefing cigs? Like that was like the whole. So I think that like not even like real scare put something in my brain about being like, oh dude, it's so I have to figure that out. I hope therapy will help with that, because like I need to.
You ever thought about meds?
The road. Talk to a girl after the show. I last 2 years, not even entertain. Don't even think about it.
You're not even living your life.
I have the same thing.
Exactly.
You know what you should do? You should donate your height to people. If you're not using it, what the hell are you doing?
And we're on the road a lot, bro. Like
you're on the road. You're not. You're
like where you're
first off,
supposed to fuck.
You're not getting. You're not getting New York pussy. You're not getting road pussy. I mean, I don't even know who this guy is anymore.
I know, dude.
I'm looking at a skeleton. I'm looking at a really just your
I'm a
former
ghost.
self. You're a
You're
ghost.
looking at a ghost, dude.
Yeah.
I really
bury the man. He's already dead.
Bury the man. Seriously, dude.
I just thought you on the road, or I'm like, not as much with women, and I don't really hook up with people on the road, but I'm like, oh, if I did meet a guy on the road and I brought him back to my hotel room, I'm like, he might murder me.
Right. He might murder you.
But people have sex all the time. Like, mostly that doesn't happen.
But then there's also again, dude, this is the thing too. You wonder where my mind goes of what how a girl that just saw me on stage wants to go back to my hotel room. No way she's clean. No way she cares about You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's almost like a self-esteem thing of like, if she wants to sleep with me, then she's probably like this way.
That's so
Maybe
great.
I'm projecting. Maybe that's how I feel.
I'm like the opposite of anxiety in those situations, where I'm like, well, she saw me to show she wants to have sex with me. Well, she's probably the coolest person that's ever lived. She has impeccable taste. She's an angel that's fallen from heaven above.
Again, dude.
Yeah, I have like zero. I'm like, STDs, who cares? I already got all the. Maybe I've always operated on the assumption that anything new will probably kill the evil that already lives in me.
That's honestly, dude. It's my resolution though of like 2025 is like it's so shitty to say out loud, but it's true. Like I'm really trying to have more fun.
You're just trying to
That's
get out there.
awesome.
I'm trying to be like more fun, dude. It's
Dude,
crazy.
No, but to be
That's
fair
sick.
though, I imagine with you saying that, like you just like this is the year I have more fun. You put like a propeller hat on.
Time to lock in.
Time to buckle down. You have like rainbow suspenders.
I'm going down on a girl. I'm just like, this is my New Year's resolution.
If someone doesn't want to blow you, you're holding me back from my goals.
You're holding me back from my goals.
I was about to cross something off my vision board, but thanks for denying me that.
It sucks, dude. Yeah, to say out loud like, "What's your advice?" It's like no, no fun. Yeah,
anxiety is your vice.
Truly, yeah. It's like,
but have you thought about getting on some meds? Because I got on Zoloft post roommate, changed my life. I'm a different man. I felt like there was this thing always fuck me up, and
we'll see what this therapist says, man. I'm pretty excited to like have someone to because ultimately like your friends can only say so much, and also your friends can only handle so much.
Yeah, Brother,
some of the people on my there's only so many phone calls.
Totally.
And so many. Saturday nights at the bar where you go, man, is this fucked up? And your friends go, just see someone. See someone.
This is something that I actually do think that men have harder than women is like the internal barrier to like therapy or medication and stuff. Like, is that hard at all to be like, as a guy to be like, I'm gonna go to therapy? Like, I feel like I know some guys who are like, I don't need that shit, and it's like a masculinity like.
I had gone a couple times, and in those times, I think I was just going to. I don't think I had a clarity on what I wanted to talk about or what I wanted to. This
if you don't have anything, it's like don't go. I also think for some people therapy makes them worse.
Oh really? Yeah.
Some people do need to touch grass.
Some people, people with no real problems who get to have like basically a paid hype man.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, cause those people become more toxic because then they just use therapy terms to be like, it's my boundary to not be near. If my maid asks for more money, she's actually hitting my boundary right now.
I've been trying I've been trying to write something about this. Yeah. Whenever someone's like, I love my therapist, I just want to be like, I don't actually. Like
of course you do. Like you're paying them.
Yeah, I don't love you. I think your therapist.
The amount of people say they're people pleasers who are literally I've never been pleased with once in my goddamn life.
Right.
Where I'm like, you're not a people pleaser. You're the meanest fuck that I've ever been around.
People you're pleasing.
Yeah, I'd like to meet them because I've known you for 10 years, and you're not
a Kenyan pleaser. I'll tell you
that. I'm the best goddamn person I know. I'm the people's champ.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it's now. I'm like excited. I just like got. We exchanged. We corresponded today, and like my insurance is going to cover like most of it.
That's
so
awesome.
it's like
low deduct. I know, dude. My therapist fucking. I got an email. Beginning of the year, she's like, I'm starting my own practice and I'm not covered by insurance yet. How much can everybody pay? And it showed like a sliding scale, which was way too much money. It's like option 2, taking a break. It was like a lot of money, or you could take a break. And it's like, what's the best way to pay me? And I kept being like, maybe I should just go to somebody else. She's like, no, like what? It was just basically saying like I could work with you or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not here to help you with your fucking dream. I don't care. You're fine.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's kind of tough.
And also, like, ways to pay her was like Venmo. I'm like, I'm not Venmoing you fucking like $100.
What Venmo? Childhood.
Yeah.
Skull emoji.
Yeah. Xing out a gun. Like, thanks. Good job. No, I'm not
true.
fucking. I got to find another one. I was like, whatever.
Oh damn.
I know.
My therapist doesn't take insurance either.
I didn't know how long.
Since I was in 8th grade, so.
Oh wow.
Just my parents were paying.
Yeah,
for
but has it worked?
I'm
just saying, if you known her since 8th grade, I've known you since for a long time.
No, she actually has like really changed my life.
I think that's great. Yeah, I think.
And now, because when I was going in 8th grade, I was going like every single week. I was in like a little, and now I'm like, when I need it, I go back to her like every 2 weeks. But I might go 6 months not talking to her. If things are good, I don't go.
Dude, do you remember my ex before the ex that was from South Carolina? When we were.
Was that the one you dated right after the big breakup?
That was the big. So the big breakup. Remember the big breakup?
Yeah.
She was like, I don't know why I never thought about this, but like she went to therapy from like 4th grade to like senior year of high school.
Yeah, and she was a cold bitch.
And when she told me that, I was like, oh, okay. But then, like, now having more information, I'm like, that's kind of wild.
It's so weird.
Like,
it's also so weird at 4th grade. They're like, you need to see someone.
I think there are like bad therapists.
Yeah.
Also, I think there's bad parents where they're just like, Mommy, I feel like you never hug me. And they're like, go to therapy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's pay somebody else to listen to my kid.
But I also think some people think therapy is going to fix them and then it'll be done. And I more view it as like, I just have a person that can help me figure out how to navigate hard things when they come up.
Totally, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm not like, I'm like, you're never going to fix it.
Well,
It's not going anywhere.
Well, you could.
It's me.
It's like a tool. You know what I mean? You got to go in there with like a plan.
No,
You
yeah,
know
but
what I
I
mean?
mean, but I don't think there's going to be a point where I'm like, I'm done. Fix that little
Well,
thing
it's like
that was wrong.
it's like
I think-
diabetes.
yeah.
You know? You gotta-
yeah. It's like a maintaining. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I just become like a sexual deviant this year, and all I'm just like leaning on is just like, well, my therapist said it was okay. Like,
yeah, someone's like, wait,
that,
you were just
that could be a problem too.
Dude,
It's like,
no, my
yeah.
therapist
You were
fully
using
did fucking
me?
say this to me one
Yeah.
time. I was talking about like self-confidence and stuff, and she was like, she like tried to make it flowery. She's like, well, sometimes I think that you learn through the experience of, and she was like, well, you might just need to get laid. I was
Oh
like, that's
my
awesome.
God.
She
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
rocks,
yeah.
dude. But
No,
like,
that is great,
100%,
yeah.
sometimes your therapist is like, have you thought about getting dick down? you're like,
Wow.
Yeah,
Actually,
the
that's a
therapist
great
at
point.
Chicago actually was pretty funny. She was like, just talking about like basically when two people are love bombing each other. She's like, I mean, you're like literally tripping balls
Yeah.
of
Really
them
good.
of the chemicals in your
Oh
brain.
yeah,
And
for
it
sure.
was just kind of funny.
Dude, I had a like when I was in Chicago for like a month, I saw this therapist, and I still to this day say she was like way too hot because it was just like anything that she asked me, I was way too
No.
cool for, you know.
That's you're like what?
She's like, so she's like, so what's bothering you? I'm like, fucking like nothing's really bothering. Like I'm fucking.
You're like, so my
I'm
dick
like-
is so big sometimes it's just hard to find a good pair of pants.
No, I'm just kind of like bunch of W's this week actually.
It's like too many. Sometimes I'm too funny. I'm too
Yeah.
handsome. I have too much money. I'm just handing it out.
Yeah,
the streets.
just like I don't know, like nothing really complain about. Like, what's up with you?
Yeah.
It really, she was a little, she straight up was too hot. Where I
Sometimes
couldn't.
it's tough.
I
You
don't think I
know.
can go to a male therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
see. I couldn't go to a male therapist if you put a gun to my head. It's the opposite,
Yeah.
bro. I feel free with the feel. I feel like I'm not gonna go see the people that cause the problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the therapist that I'm seeing, she's like, I'm excited.
Or
about
grandma.
this. No, I think she's like in her 30s, but like, you know, she looks more. She looks.
It's a pass.
She looks eccentric.
he was really the mind was searching for adjectives there. Yeah, he was like thinking of the last time he
She's
saw
eccentric.
the Thoris. Yeah,
She is. She
Yeah.
is. I hope.
Eccentric.
I hope she's
She,
cool.
she takes really big risks with her hair. With her hair and face.
I am pumped,
Her-
dude.
she is-
She lives in
She's
Chicago. like-
opposed to
Oh,
symmetry.
you're doing a little Zoom.
yeah, we're gonna
Nice.
do Zoom.
Zoom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go in person unless if I find someone good out here one day. But yeah, this is the Zoom.
The
Yeah, I'm
Chicago
Zoom too.
therapist, like, you're gonna want to drink about 5 Miller Lights with the boys. You're gonna want to have a good Sunday with the boys.
She's like
Have
nothing.
a nice fat parlay going, and just bag a real looker at a 10 p.m.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing. A dive bar and some fucking weed can't fix, brother.
Yeah. It's like when's she's like, when's your last hot dog?
yeah.
Are you double dipping the beef? What's going on?
When you look in the B, and do you like who you see?
But yeah, that's the resolution. Get a therapist. I'll try to. I'll check back with you guys next year. See how I'm doing.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
Huge.
buddy. Well,
What
I
are
think-
your resolutions? We should do all our resolutions. 'cause
Oh,
mine's
there's-
always been to lose weight,
Yeah.
and now I'm doing Ozempic. I'm like, I don't know, be kind. I gotta come up with something. So
Uh,
I'll go last.
I want to run a marathon.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Gotta goddamn do it because I
That's
run all the time. I got the fortitude. I have the anger at the world that I need to prove something that is required. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
That's
goddamn
gonna
do
be
it.
sick.
I've been running outside in the cold every day this week.
It's fucking
That's a
awesome.
deal, man.
It's actually really good. It's one of the best highs I've had.
Great dopamine.
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
dopamine.
yeah. I mean, so like 3 miles out there. So I think like I just need to like get more structured with it and do a half marathon first. But then I think I could. I mean, I've been running for years. I just haven't been very like push myself to do long distance.
No, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's awesome.
really, really, really great. A marathon.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have one?
Yeah, I do want to like get back in shape. Like aside from weight loss, just like for the mental health like aspects of it, and I want to be like strong again. I want to be like running and weightlifting again. And I want to be better with money. I'm like so bad at saving money. Like
What are you spending on? Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to Sephora and trying to buy a whole new person.
Well, you're
also you got those two buns behind you.
Well, you're
that
also
does take a lot.
if I mean like just from the outside looking in, you are kind of you've hit maybe a spike in income with like the headlining and stuff like that.
A little bit,
you're seeing a chunk of money that you may not have seen before.
And then you go, "Ooh, I can do stuff," and then you go,
yeah.
"Calm down."
Yeah, so that must be. So that's part of. Yeah, you're like when a guy gets like when like a 19-year-old gets drafted in the NBA like first round. You're fucking. Yeah, you're buying. So is some things. Do you walk out of there being like, "Damn, I should not have bought this," or is it like
a little bit of that? Well, I've gotten better at it. Like I was doing that for a minute, and now I'm kind of like, okay, I have my like main makeup, and I'll re-up on that when I need it. Sephora is just fucking expensive, but like I'm going to like Diptyque and buying perfume and shit that I don't need. It was fun.
No, dude, that's great though.
But it's just like it's one of the things where I'm like, even if I could be like, I'm gonna buy this a week from now, and not when I walk past it, like to not be that impulsive about it. Like to be less impulsive about spending, I think would be a big one for me.
At the end of the day, you still got to reward yourself in some capacity, though.
Yeah.
You know, so if that's like if buying stuff is like something that like you or shopping is something you like, which shopping's awesome.
Like, see, he's trying to fulfill the just have fun resolution. He's like, well, shopping's awesome. That's fun,
dude.
Like, it'd be great. We all just go spend a bunch of money.
I'm serious, dude. I got invited to. I'm going to a party tonight that I was like half in, half out all day. But like literally, I'm like, I'm fun this year.
No, you're
like,
doing
I'm
it.
fun.
You gotta
awesome.
go.
I'm fun this year.
You gotta
like,
hit it.
This is the best New Year's resolution I've ever
Yeah.
heard. To have fun.
Isn't that crazy?
No,
It's so
you know what's
awesome.
also great about
It's
it?
literally
It's
awesome.
actually the easiest thing to do in the world.
And
you could fully, we could go leave.
but-
we could leave here if I didn't have other plans. Strap on a fun hat.
I'm having fun right now.
Yeah,
But unfortunately, like a lot of people in my life would agree, like I need that. Like I need that. I need to be more. You know, if like my close friends are like, "What's your resolution?" You know, and I was like, "I gotta have more fun." They'd be like, "Wow, dude,
It's good.
you're trying. You're trying." So
We should do some fun stuff. We should all
We
go
can go
like
to Dave and
hiking
Buster's.
or something.
Yeah, that's a fun time. I'm sorry.
okay,
What you think go to David Buster's isn't fun at the Times
we
Square?
really split.
If you think not seeing the fucking rooftop view of the city from Margaritaville isn't fun.
Margaritaville
I don't know
is fun.
I don't know what the hell to tell you, bud.
I don't know. I haven't been to Dave and Buster's in years. I haven't gone on a hike in a while, so I could do both. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like dude. After I did sesh on Saturday, and there was this bar that apparently had like the best Guinness or whatever, and I just like fucking went by myself. There's football on,
That's pretty good.
and I had the Guinness.
That's so cute.
Naturally started talking to some folks, get a couple texts on my phone. A couple other friends joined me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, shit!" Like if I so many times like after shows, like I just have like gone like wandered home because I had nothing to do. Or whatever.
Like you said, wandered too. You're like,
Yeah.
I didn't even take the train. I walked a miss from Manhattan to
I
Brooklyn.
I usually hitchhike.
But usually I'm like, hey, where's the biggest cloud of fog I can walk through? Until I hit my home.
But yeah, dude, it's just like it's just so much of so much of life is just putting yourself out there, man. It's like a
brother. I feel you,
crazy,
dude. One of my favorite things is like sitting at a bar or restaurant or something, just like talking to strangers.
I'm gonna be that guy.
It's kind of fun,
dude. Because
because you know the best is if there's other people sit alone. You get a little spark of friendship going.
It's true, dude.
Yeah.
But because I mean, again, dude, you guys have known me for a while. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm not a huge like. I'm not excited to meet a lot of people. I don't know. Like,
Totally.
I'm not great at being like.
Yeah. You been to a happy hour at Applebee's and at Barclays?
No.
Dude, you'll have a lot of grandmas trying to get you to drink blue margaritas
You
and
can
kind of
take the
hitting on
boy
you.
out of the suburbs, but you can't take the suburbs out of the boy.
Dude, I'm telling you,
Forget everything to do in New York City. Margaritaville, Dave & Buster's, and Applebee's.
Yeah.
I'm naming affordable fun time.
I'm just-
I'm trying to accomplish.
No,
two
I love
goals.
this.
If I'm at a party, I'm way more of a who the fuck is this guy as opposed to like wait who's that? You know what I'm
Totally.
saying?
Yeah.
And I gotta switch to
Yeah.
be wait who's that?
I
That's
think it's
the-
also
I'm like
that you were we didn't even talk about this, but you were, a college basketball player.
Yeah.
I think there's a competitiveness to that kind of leads you to being more on guard.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever it is, dude, it's like I gotta
Got to let it go.
dude, yeah.
Yeah, take the judgment hat off.
spontaneity.
This is like genuinely like beautiful.
It's a real thing. It's
Yeah.
real. I'm gonna be fun.
You know what I want to see at the end of the year? You're doing a goddamn cartwheel. in Prospect Park. That's how I know you did it.
Oh my god.
Guys.
That's like we're gonna have like a graduation ceremony.
Yeah, it'd be like
when a
Alex
dog
is
leaves
officially
obedience
fun.
School.
Yeah.
We're all gonna get around and have like
Yeah, be like, Alex is fun.
I'm
Alex is fun.
Maddie's like not only rail thin, but she's like coked out.
Yeah.
You're like model thin.
Me and Maddie look exactly the same. We're just running around in circles chasing each other forever back.
Yeah, we all do our resolutions to like the nth degree. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
That's so
absolutely.
funny.
I'm David Goggins now. I'm just angry and super skinny, and I'm like, you wake up and you fucking run every goddamn day. I run 100 miles. I quit comedy. That was holding me back. That's too much time standing doing nothing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
yeah.
I'm the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just fully just coked out,
Yeah.
60 pounds.
She actually needs coke because she's just so anorexic. She's just so tired from eting nothing that she's like just needs coke.
I'm hungry. Who has an Adderall?
This is gonna turn into the Red Scare podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Maddie's dating a Nick.
Nick Mullen?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, no,
No,
you said
sorry.
a
Like
Nick.
no. Like yeah. Like the sorry. Like the New York Knicks. Sorry.
Oh.
I was wondering what
God,
I was
I'm
like, what?
so- that
You
really
like Nick
shows-
Cartwright, or I'm like, is that like a New York slur? I'm not. It's like Nick, those fucking people from the Netherlands. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I was like, what the
It
fuck
really
is he
shows-
talking about?
It really shows like what
Damn.
like kind of weird niche circles. I was like, I know the riff is about a hot guy. Sports didn't even cross my mind. I was like, Nick Mullen?
Both of you guys
Someone
were like,
unattainable, Nick Mullen?
Nick. You went full race.
I was like, it's got it. The way he said, he's like, Maddie's gonna get hot. Start bringing a Nick home.
Maddie's like, oh, like Maddie's like, Nick's a hot guy name. Jaden's like, is that the N word? Like, do we have to bleep that?
Yeah, I was like, Alex was like, I want to be more fun this year, and I'm like, Alex, how about we reserve it a reserve it a little bit? How about we shut
That's
it
what
up?
Kenyon thinks it is, and you're like, the basketball team. And Kenyon's like, chill.
Like just unplugging the camera.
Yeah. Pot over.
Alex needs to.
Yeah.
That's what.
A
That's
little
what
too
he
much
deserves.
fun this year, Al.
Yeah, Alex is letting him rip
I'm
too
gonna
hard.
have fun, and then you just start fully
Yeah. Guys, try to have more fun this year. Yeah. Say how I really feel.
You know what's also great about that is you could put it for any bad decision. You're like, I'm trying to have more fun this year. Someone's just like, I feel like it being used. You told me what we had a series, and then you're like, now I know you're seeing 5 other women. You're like, I'm trying to have more fun. Babe.
100%. That's why
And
I
I will
therapist said I
support
gotta
you in
get
this
out
till the
there.
very
Yeah.
end.
That's why I cheated on you, babe.
I'm trying to have more fun.
2025.
Yeah,
It's a new year, new me.
yeah.
New year, new me, new girlfriend.
It's a long distance relationship because I live in the present moment. You don't, bitch.
Oh, dude, I actually wanted to shit talk comment, but we're on the Patreon or we're on the normal pod now. I'll tell you guys after.
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
Remind me to do a shit talk after.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that's fun, and that's what I'll be doing. Oh yeah, sorry, where are we
No,
at?
we're actually probably.
We're
I don't know. We stopped that at like 40 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Hour 15 minus 40. What's that?
35.
Yeah. We're doing okay. I think you're going. I don't
Okay.
like to leave till like 7:10 or something.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Kill the momentum. That's fine.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to check
No,
with
no,
you.
no.
Okay, can I ask about your? You want to talk? Can I be the fun police for a second?
Please.
Yeah.
You guys, coffee habits, coffee post 5. What's that about? How do you guys
All
exist?
I've had today is Adderall and coffee.
Oh,
No,
so
and a bagel.
You're
Thank you for that.
prepping for Ozempic.
I'm so ready, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so
She
ready.
tried everything.
but you got to wake up in the morning for work, right?
Yeah, so I had insomnia for a long time, but now I take this thing called Dayvigo that helps me sleep. Kind of knocks me out. It's like a tranquilizer dart, but it's not a narcotic.
Dude, you
We both
but
had
why-
really bad answers to that question.
but why are you fighting your insomnia
Because I was tired.
with caffeine?
I also mine too is just I woke up late today, and then if I don't have
your
coffee,
schedule is like very chaotic and like
I'm a little more like night shift.
Yeah, you
like,
can-
yeah, no, mine
You're
makes
doing
I went to bed at like
sense.
5 a.m. last
Yeah.
night and woke up at like 2 today.
right. Like you
So,
got you're doing late spots too. Like
Which
you,
also,
you
I'm
got-
vitamin D deficient, and then my doctor took my blood, and she's like, "You are really low on vitamin D," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I kind of like never see the sun." I'm gonna turn into Nosferatu.
Holy shit! Yo, yeah, dude. Enough
But that's
Ozempic.
why- This
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
morning- the reason why is because this is my morning coffee. Is really the answer to that.
And yes, yeah, you woke up late, but like, so if you have, so you've been diagnosed with insomnia.
Yeah, it's like part of the thing. Yeah, so I have like a way to. I've took a bunch of medications for it, and then this one like targets this like chemical in the brain that keeps you awake. Point is though,
is if
knocks you out.
If you told
hands down.
If you told your doctor, thanks for the pills, but also at 5 o'clock every day I take a coffee.
This is not an everyday sitch.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, he'd be like, "What the fuck are we doing?" For sure. But I was tired. I was tired.
As long as you know when you're pouring that cup, you're going, "What the fuck are we doing?" That's all that matters.
Yeah, but hey, buddy, again, you've known me for years. Is coffee the most "what the fuck are we doing" drink right now? What the fuck are you getting on my case about right now?
No, not at all.
It's a cup of coffee.
Literally,
it's
not.
5 p.m. I've worked all goddamn day.
Not
I'm
at all.
tired. I had a psychiatrist appointment. I needed some extra juice to help me riff.
Brother, I've walked into the living room. You and someone else just in a full-blown K-hole in the. But yeah, I mean, you guys were getting active.
Yeah, we were.
So yeah, you know what?
Goblin mode.
This is good.
This is a black coffee. I don't know if you know that's good for the liver, bud.
It is good. It's
yeah,
good.
yeah. It cleanses. There's several studies. So I never drink coffee with sugar. I barely eat sugar.
Man, you
I think
know
it saved my life.
You know, I'm mentally in a rough place where you're like, "What's your vice?" I'm like, "I have like a coffee every day." Dude.
Yeah, that's the lamest thing ever. When you're like, "I have a cold brew."
Well, you're in a
"What's
good
happening?"
place. I was like, "What's your thing?" And you were like, "I don't really have."
Yeah, but then in the same breath, he's like, "I'm too scared to fuck." So
it's true.
I think cut the coffee out.
It's true. I have to figure that. I have to fuck more.
You gotta fuck.
That's also my New Year's resolution.
I think you know what you need.
I need
Speaking of doctors, throw a little bit of Zoloft on there to kill the demons, shut down, then a little bit of Viagra to get you up.
Oh, to get.
Yeah, you gotta fight them because the Zoloft is gonna kill the demons. It's gonna kill them.
Fight each other inside your body.
The Zoloft is gonna deflate you.
It's gonna.
I don't have any problem coming on Prozac though. I actually.
Oh, that's great.
It makes my sex drive. I'm not nervous, so it makes it actually maybe better.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I haven't had any. I'm on
it makes you.
high dose.
No, actually, it has this crazy side effect where you last longer. Oh no! What a horrible thing! I can make her come for a longer period of time. So you got that going on, but some people have like erectile dysfunction or whatever. So you get the. What you need is It's like John Mulaney said in his special, like you find a doctor with like the 1 star or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go there, you just be like, hey, listen, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And I can't get hard.
Sure.
1, 2.
Well, I do, but I can get hard.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to know that. Point. But yeah, so it's like Zoloft, Viagra, ready to go. That's an Explorer pack,
dude. Bro, I tried to write a bit about this, but like, dude, the amount of erectile dysfunction pills. Like you see so much Viagra. There's so much over the counter stuff.
It's
yeah, when you're like Viagra, and then you're like, what is like red rhino?
Right,
like,
right.
What the fuck
There's
is
so
that?
much shit in the bodegas now. I'm starting to think like my premise was like I think some guys just need to come out of the closet. Like I think some guys like hey, some of you are just gay. You don't need to take red rhino to like fuck this woman. Just go find a dude. You'll get harder than you know what I'm saying. It's like you'll get so hard so fast. Just get off the, you know.
Totally
so
I think.
Can you imagine a doctor telling you that? You're like, we tried everything. I think you're just gay, bud.
Yeah. I need. That's like worth trying. Something like that, right?
That's funny. Really funny.
Made us laugh right now.
Okay, cool.
Great
I don't have the proper punchline for it, but yeah, you're looking at like a slate of dick pills in the bodega, and you're like, okay, some guys are just.
You also know it's for gay guys because they have like the craziest graphic design I've ever seen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like lightning bolts and shit.
I always want to
take this to get hard.
I'm also like, who's shaking the bodega boner pill?
I thought of like some wordplay thing where I was like, a little less Viagra, how about a little more hymns, fellas? Am I right? Or some shit like that.
That'll crush.
I think clubs
that'll
will.
get. Yeah. They'll be throwing it.
That'll
get the pig in line.
You're in Kansas. Yeah.
They'll be
a little more hymns, fellas. Yeah. But I think that might be something. But yeah.
But hey, a little bit more hymns.
Like,
put it on there for yourself.
Yeah. Also,
Hims is a little because I tried to go to hers to get Ozempic, and then I was looking at the cheapest one they have. They have like their own like generic off-brand.
Sure.
Like
it's just
Ozempic
meth. It's
thing.
just a syringe full of meth. You're like, you won't eat it all.
Well, I looked it up, and they were like, it's not FDA approved, but we have it.
Wow.
So no.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll send you a vial of this thing that the government has not signed off on.
Right.
Yeah, that seems fucking.
Oh, you need the same people that fucking caused Iraq to sign off on your medicine. Yeah, because every time they sign off on something, I want you to ask Gaza how good their fucking judgment is. No, for sure. Anything not FDA approved is stupid.
Because it's like, when I went to the doctor to get it, she was like doing all these blood tests, making sure I didn't have thyroid disorders, blah, blah. And I'm like, or there's a website where you can be like, just send it to me. And like a doctor will approve it.
No, Hims is a symbol.
Over Zoom?
Yeah.
But point is, get on the Zoft, low dose of Zoft, teach you well. You won't be anxious as much. It'll take a couple weeks, but then you'll be like, oh, I feel a lot better. You feel like this is how normal people think.
Really?
That's how I felt. I felt like,
but some people do need therapy and not medication. Like, it is different for everybody.
I think I'm going to go therapy first before I get on.
Oh, totally. But listen, we're potted. We're talking out our ass. We don't need to actually, you know what I mean? I don't know if the guy's actually going to do it. I'm just sharing my own fucking experience.
No,
how long you been on Zoloft for?
Like 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you drink on it?
Yeah, every now and then, but it just makes you more sleepy. I also took this thing called naloxone for a while that like limits the dopamine when you drink.
So, would you say you drink regularly still?
Not really. On big occasions.
Do you feel like when you drink the next day, even if you don't get super drunk, you're like anxious and have like weird? Like I had that even if I have like just like 4 drinks, I'm like the next day I'm
dude.
I'm like anxious and weird. Like I'm like feel like something's wrong. I feel like I like missed my medicine or something.
For sure. When you it's true, and you also it's like it's just more physically like your body too eventually. At least for me, like my hangover is just worse. But when you are you drinking less now because of the Zoloft, or is it because of just lifestyle changes?
I think it's a combination of things. I attribute it to Zoloft and stuff because I'm not anxious or anything.
My old roommate's on SSRIs, and he's still is like drinks like a fish, and it's like I don't think that's the right thing to do. I know people
take like mushrooms on and stuff too, and I'm like, you're really not supposed to like Molly, mushrooms, acid. You can get like serotonin syndrome and like die. And people just kind of like do it, and I'm like, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. Oh wow.
No good in the hood. But yeah, no, I feel great. Everything's fine.
That's great.
Got a coffee at 5 p.m. I'm killing life.
Sorry for sniping
coming. You're like, oh my god, black coffee at 5. You're getting. You know the thing about you, Alex. Love it. You do have a Lane Karen vibe.
Oh yeah.
It's like heavy. Like the times I've seen you get most heated being your roommate is like this. They fucked up our order. You know what I mean? Like God help whatever delivery guy forgets your wings. It's like you're already like open. The Yelp app is open. You're writing you're using that sharp wit to take a restaurant down.
If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it right, folks. We all gotta do it right. There was one thing I appreciate about New York, man, is the speed and the pace of everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, man, like. Some of these like bartenders, some of the like the people in Chicago are just like a lot of people in Chicago are just in the Midwest, whatever, hanging out, hanging out. When I want to eat,
they got that cheese brain.
I'm doing something like everything I do. I really do. It's probably a problem. Probably I'll talk about this in therapy, but everything I do really does have like an oomph to it. And it has like a purpose to it.
Yeah,
I'm doing something.
No, I don't really know how to get along with people who aren't approaching life that way.
Sure.
Doesn't mean you have to be a workaholic, but I'm like, but it fucking, you care, right?
Right.
We're doing this for something.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I'm trying to be better, but like I don't really hail down but it's if it takes a couple minutes, I'll be like, what happened to my fries? I think I ordered another side of fries.
No, just what happened to my fries?
What happened to my fries?
Just trying to know.
Excuse me, what happened to my fries? Yeah, it's
putting away a gun. I'm trying to be more fun this year.
Yeah. No, it's just
no.
Do you know who the fuck I am?
I was gonna yeah. I was gonna threaten you, but
yeah.
I'm fun. I'm a fun guy.
I just like you just have a photo of you with the Final Four you carry around your neck. Hey, this is me. Maybe hurry it up with the fries.
Yeah.
Were you in the Final Four?
I played in March Madness.
God damn.
I just wrote. I hate to keep bringing up bits. I just wrote this where it was like men and women have different reactions to that. You know, like men are always like, "That is so fucking sick," and women are like, "That was a long time ago." I think that it's kind of. I am getting to an age where it's like you can't really bring it up.
Yeah. I'm trying to be more fun. It's like maybe just stop muttering March Madness alone at a bar.
Yeah, maybe stop muttering that you were on a 6 seed in 2013.
Yeah, this guy's always behind me at Starbucks being like, fucking Final Four.
Yeah.
Take my cold brew long, you know? I should have fucking...
Should have beat Xavier. Yeah. But yeah, dude, that's I'm glad that I got to this was a good prequel for my therapy on Thursday.
Dude,
Like,
hell yeah.
because now I know, I think, what to say. I think because
You're gonna tell her what we said. She's gonna be like, those guys are fucking idiots. Don't listen to them. Here's what you're gonna do.
I am gonna complain. Like, so my friends drink coffee after 5. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I get a real phone call. You're like, I'm worried about you, Ken.
I'm like, hey, Ken, you're on speaker.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. Someone said you cleaned your entire room at 7 p.m. What's going on here, pal?
Yeah. Damn, dude, I do like your room is like huge, dude.
Dude, thanks. We lucked out so hard with this apartment. I've been here. This is the first apartment I moved into in New York.
Yeah.
And I've just stayed, and I'm never gonna leave.
Red stabilized, right?
Yeah.
God, that is
like literally might never leave this place.
It's filthy, dude. That's
Probably,
amazing.
yeah.
It's so good. It's really. I'm not gonna say how much, but I think I know how much.
Yeah.
And I hate that. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
How many roommates is there?
It's us and 2 other guys.
You like them?
Yeah, they're good people.
Yeah.
They
we
try.
honestly don't see each other that much because we're on completely different schedules. And so, like, it honestly is like Kenyon and I live here, and then we occasionally, like, shift in the
Sometimes
night.
I feel like this is the most I've seen you at the apartment in a
Yeah,
while.
we really don't even, like, it's, because the rooms are big enough that everyone's kind of in their own little bubble.
I'm in the West Wing.
Because you start your day, she's sleeping in. These guys are what are they plumbers? I don't know what's going on. Like, what are they? Like,
they work in like TV actually. I think.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's
One
awesome.
of them
Yeah, I'm just working from home in the room. As you remember, I'm just always the sad guy rolled up at a desk. Like,
wait, is your desk still like
No.
tiny?
No, thank God, no.
Bro, he was working on this like shoebox.
Kenyon giving an NPR concert on a ukulele every day.
No, I had like
Tiny
this
bed.
tiny little desk, just miserable, cut over in Chicago.
Dude, yeah, you were. Your room was sad. Your room was a sad state of affairs.
That was a tough time. Yeah.
No,
It was only the smallness of it. There was nothing I could do with it.
Where we lived, honestly, dude, I really loved our neighborhood.
It was great.
But
when I took your room, it felt like better things were coming. It felt like
my room was kind of sick, but I was in the kitchen, which kind of sucked.
There was, but
Oh, yeah, you were
you
at
left the
first when you walked
TV.
up to
You
the
left the
back,
TV up. There was a big bed frame. It felt like I was a bit of a person.
Oh yeah.
And also, I think it was a lot of me. It was a bit of a transitional period in my life. I felt like I earned the big room. You know,
you got promoted.
I felt like I worked my way. I was in the small, sad middle room, and then it was like you're at the big room. It was the graduation room, and then I left Chicago.
Yeah. How long did you stay in that room after?
Only like 6 months, and then I think I moved.
Oh,
That's all I
man.
needed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Bird only
great.
has to look at the sky long enough, bud.
Dude. Wait, how soon did Greg move in?
Right. I think right around the time you left, and then Greg was a good hang. He was a good addition. There was a lot of cooks in the kitchen downstairs.
Is Chris still there?
I think,
Higgins still there.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a lot of dudes, but we had a backyard. It was a great time.
Yeah, dude.
Backyard was good.
I think for the time there in Chicago, that place is what was like rocked.
Yeah.
It really was awesome, dude. It
Yeah.
was kind of exactly what a little comedy house should be.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Should not have gone through the pandemic together.
That sounds like a nightmare.
That's crazy.
It should have been like, I wish I had some kind of foresight to like leave like right because like
you always talked about it like the pandemic. You're like couple screamers.
Yeah.
Couple screamers.
Oh, we had some knock 'em out, knock 'em down, drag 'em outs. We were.
Whoa.
Yeah, me and Higgy got into it a couple times.
It was a bad time for everybody.
Well, because it was just because the pandemic was a time where it was so, especially you living with 4 other people, it was so easy to be like a hypocrite at the time because everything was so new. And no one really, there was no guidelines. So like Higgy would like go do like some gig in Iowa where there's no restrictions or whatever, and come back, and he'd be like, and I would go to the coffee joint around the corner. He'd be like, "You have to tell us when you're going to the coffee joint," and I'd be like, "You just went to Iowa, like you just performed for." So it was like it was stuff like that.
I remember the coffee
So
joint.
those-
Highway robbery at the coffee
So
joint.
those kinds of arguments happened 100 times because it was like, well, you did this, well, you did this,
Yeah.
and like no one should have
I got
to.
some of those too.
You know what I'm saying? Well, no one should have had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I probably should have just like gone to my parents' house and been there the whole time. You went through a breakup. You know, you got
It
it
was.
was
I had a bunch of stuff.
I met the girl during the pandemic. That was great. I would go to her place or whatever.
Yeah.
Thank God for a relationship during the pandemic, dude.
Yeah.
That's-
It was actually kind of sick to be with somebody and you're.
All I did was have sex and watch YouTube for like 2 years.
Yes.
Great.
I was watching Marvel movies.
Now it's
Wasn't
just
my
YouTube.
choice, but
Some old habits remain.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get back to
You're like, oh, these things have ads now? I didn't even know. I was too busy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, I want to look at like those little notes. Those must be sentimental, huh?
Yeah, some of those are like sweet little notes. Oh yeah, we got a Sarah poster.
Did you go on tour with her?
No, I did a music festival in North Carolina, and she was headlining it. Like it was they had some weird like 3-hour long show with like 10 comics on it, and then she went last, and I was just like, I had never seen her actually do a full live show, and I was like, dude, she's just fucking incredible. And so she had merch, and I got a poster, so that was cool.
Yeah, she's something else, dude.
Yeah,
she's
it's
really, really great.
Unbelievable. I got to get some more paintings in here and stuff, and like.
What are is that light stuff? Is that for the pod?
Yeah. There's just too much to set up every time, so I clamped it to those, and then it just bounces off the ceiling. And people will see if you go into like earlier videos of this when we had those and we just pointed them right on our face, and it's like blue fluorescent, like take us to your leader. Like it's a bit much. So now it's a little more ambient. Like,
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's so tight. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Well, guys, I think we helped you with your goal, bud. I think we had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
it was
think
a lot
I'm
of fun.
fixed.
I think
I'm
we're
canceling
pretty much
therapy.
here. Yeah, cancel therapy. Cancel therapy. Start a podcast. 2025. Don't be a bitch.
Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
anywhere, anything you want to plug for the folks?
Just follow me at Alex Drags. I have my dates in my on my page and in my link tree. I can say a few, but it's
it's a whole thing.
Philly and Cheshire, Connecticut are in January, so those are two I want to plug.
Dragos the best. Give him a follow. I'm on Instagram at maddiewiener, and I also have road dates in my bio. And a mailing list if your city isn't on there yet. But I got Portland, Corvallis, Seattle, Houston, Toronto coming up. So check those out.
Bar by you every Sunday in this goddamn podcast. Join the Patreon. My offer still stands. If we get 200 members on the Alcoholic Dog tier, I will put a rap song on Patreon.
There we go.
That will happen. So fucking help really humanity's dreams.
I
come
really
true.
need that.
Yeah.
Help them out, guys. Join, please. For the love of God.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
See you.
All right, I'm gonna take a.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you so